Hi, I'm Rochelle Gilmore and I am reaching out to you from my Australian home here down under with an exciting opportunity to work together in 2025. Whilst my schedule is continually and rapidly filling up, I still have available dates to offer my services to you or your company as a motivational speaker to come along and really use my life experiences to motivate and inspire your staff to get the absolute best out of themselves. Enjoy watching a few snippets, a few moments of the experiences I've had throughout my life. You'll see I started my competitive life on two wheels, desperately trying to beat my older siblings. I then went on to experience so many different things in life all around the world, but last year I accomplished the ultimate dream of becoming a successful Mount Everest summiteer. I stood on the highest point in the world.
Who's going to take it on the line? The gold medal's going to Australia. Rochelle Gilmore takes the gold medal for Australia.
Winning the Commonwealth Games was the absolute highlight of my career. At just 3 years of age, I was determined to race BMX in the under 5 boys, wanting to beat my two older brothers. I raced BMX until I was 15 years of age, winning multiple national championships and also finishing second at the World Championships in BMX. I switched to road and track cycling when I was 13, and that's where my full attention went. And winning the Commonwealth Games in Delhi was so satisfying because 4 years before that I'd won silver in Melbourne and 4 years before that silver in Manchester. So taking the gold in Delhi was an absolute highlight. During my cycling career, I'd built up this burning desire to create the world's most professional women's cycling team. I wanted to create an environment for women that was equally as professional as they were. In our first year, I'd managed to sign 3 current Olympic gold medalists, a world champion and multiple national champions. It wasn't long before we reached world number 1 and became the highest budget women's team in the world, really raising the level of professionalism in women's cycling. I was inducted into the Hall of Fame not only for my own personal cycling career achievements, but more so for creating opportunities for other women to reach their full potential in women's cycling, really lifting the professionalism of our sport. My crazy idea to ride laps of the New South Wales and Tasmanian borders, staying as close to the edges as possible, meant a lot of super challenging off-road riding. Before, during and after my cycling career, I was a sports model for many different magazines and media outlets. This gave me a real good opportunity to give my personal sponsors and team sponsors return on investment and also a little extra income for myself. I was only 16 years old when the voice of cycling, Phil Liggett, asked me to co-commentate a cycling race with him on that very same day. Since then, I've worked with networks all around the world on races including the Tour de France, World Champs, Classics, Com Games, and for the past 4 years, the Olympic Games. I absolutely love riding the rollers, and I was invited into the Google headquarters to demonstrate a trick I'd learnt when I was very young, to put your entire body and bike through a tyre or a tube whilst riding on the rollers. I've always been an absolute adrenaline junkie. So whilst I was cycling, I was prevented from engaging in dangerous sports. So since retiring, I've been looking for those sports or activities that not only keep me fit, but also give me that buzz, adrenaline rush, that little high that we're looking for. I've really developed a passion for track driving because I find that the safest place to really push the limits. Once you get out on open roads or you're out in the sand in the dune buggies of Dubai, things can get a little bit dangerous if you get into trouble. But I've had my fair share of crashes, fortunately no serious injuries, but also love things like rafting, water skiing, snow skiing, snowboarding. I ride my unicycle everywhere. Love doing trampolining and backflips and handstands from my gymnastics days, and jet skiing. So just keep looking for those adrenaline rushes. Once the COVID pandemic had started to settle down, I found myself a little bit lost. I was looking for a challenge, and I said, well, I have thought about climbing Mount Everest because so many people, doctors and scientists, tell me it would be impossible because of your lack of ability to acclimatise to altitude, which made the challenge for me just so much more interesting. So 1 year later, I managed to summit the highest point in the world and stand on top of Mount Everest, which was extremely satisfying, given that most people train for a lifetime or have to do 3 or 4 attempts before they achieve the summit. I left no stone unturned. I trained harder than I did when I was an athlete. For that 1 year, I had so much to learn about all of the equipment and tying the ropes and the knots. But it was an amazing experience to stand on the highest point in the world.
I would love the opportunity to stand up in front of your staff, dealers, distributors, VIPs and guests, and share my story and truly inspire everyone to fully commit to any objective or task with everything they've got. Why bother doing anything unless you're going to put your absolute maximum effort into it? If you're going to do something, do it with pride, do it with passion, do it with commitment and dedication. If you're committed to taking your team to the next level, get in touch because I would love to work with you to reach the ultimate success. I'm really looking forward to hearing from you.